Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Molek Kamadovinda, who was born in 2002 on September 16, and I was born in Malang. Here I will tell you about my holiday for the final assignment of English communication. Okay, first, because I was born in a Muslim family who is devout in worship and of course like to put friendship as a Muslim, I celebrate the Eid al-Fitr, which is a celebrate after fasting in the month of Ramadan for a whole month. I will tell you about my activity when Eid al-Fitr arrived before the Eid al-Fitr holiday. I have a habit of calculating the day of menstruation on the calendar. It's turned out that it's already approached Eid al-Fitr. I have not had my period. I feel a bit panicked because if I have not had my period, I cannot pray it. The day before Eid al-Fitr turns out, I'm a little disappointed on my period. But what can I do? When Eid al-Fitr arrived in the morning at 5:30, I got up, preparing clothes to wear, and took a shower. At 6:30, my family left for Eid prayer at the Manarul Islam Mosque, close to my house, only 800 meters away in just 3 minutes because I used a car. When I arrived there, the atmosphere was bustling and I felt happy because this year COVID was decreasing and people who were out of town could go home in peace and could realize their longing for family who had not seen each other for years. Even when I entered the mosque, I got a lecture book. After that, because I was menstruating, I asked the local committee where the location for the people who were not pray was finally direct to the back at High School 10 Malang. So I sit down and listen to the lecture. After that, I go home. It's really late because usually at 8:30, out gathering just arrive at 9 a.m. Fortunately, because my family and extended family are all in Malang, so every year there is no need to go all the way home. The family went straight to the Gripik area because on average the relative live there. The first time we went to my brother grandfather, the habit of making meatballs are offered to be eaten by every guest who come. So before leaving, the stomach had to be empty first. After eating and talking for a long time, we finally said goodbye and walked to the another relative house. Before leaving, my mom had a habit of going to grandmother Endang. The name was Sticky Greeting because we have made delicious dishes. We give money to say thank you for the work. Coincidentally, because we arrived late, my big family went first to the other brother and sister when we had to the alley near the King Ageng Gripik Mosque. We as a family meet by accident with a big family who went to the grave of grandmother, uncle, and my Bude. His grave is in Ki Ageng Gripik, next to Ki Ageng Gripik Mosque. When he entered the grave, I said Assalamualaikum, O expert of the grave, while walking to the grandma grave first, while holding the tombstone and praying Al-Fatihah. Next to grandma grave, there is my uncle grave and praying Al-Fatihah. Returned after the pilgrimage with the extended family was over, the family separated first from the extended family and the last meeting at auntie house. The second house I visited was my grandfather's young brother. First, I want to tell you about my grandparents. My grandpa died in 2010 in the Madinah, the hometown of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, and grandmother died in 2020 when COVID increased and there was an uproar everywhere where many people died. When my grandfather brother house got THR from his wife because every year he often gave yes at his house. After walking around the Gripik LA area, I finally get rid at Budi house where I distribute the HR and each snack for their brother and sister. They were happy and said thank you. Because the atmosphere of the holiday is unveiled in the morning and during the day he is sleepy by nature and I fall asleep in the living room for a long time. I was woke up by father because it was time to go home and on the way home. My body was all tired, but the tiredness paid off because they were greeted by my beloved cat to ask for food, and then time to change clothes, brush teeth, and clean the house. Thank you for my listening my holiday. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.